though the troublesome stepfather is still charged with felony assault for allegedly strangling her son Jace. Child Protective Services has withdrawn its complaint against teen mom Jenelle Evans and her husband David Eason. The shocking revelation was revealed to the parties involved on February 13, 2024, and multiple sources confirmed to the U.S. Sun that the agency had dropped the case of 14-year-old Jace after Jenelle's husband allegedly attacked the teenager in late September 2023. The abuse, neglect, and dependency case was opened. Jace's stepdad, 35, is now being charged with a crime as a result of the event. One insider claimed Jenelle will now have custody of Jace again, but it's unclear exactly what that means in the coming days and months. Prior to the judgment, Jenelle's oldest child's care had undergone a significant adjustment. The U.S. Sun exclusively learned from multiple individuals with direct knowledge of the matter that Jace was placed with David's sister April McKeithen in late December while under the care of CPS, while he awaited a bed in a long-term mental health facility. Publication: The teenager was supposed to go to a facility, and Ashley was the first to share this information. According to sources, the teen's stay with her step-aunt, which was originally intended to be brief, extended to more than 6 weeks since there weren't enough beds available. But an event last week altered the schedule, and April no longer had Jace in her care. There is a no-contact order against David for Jace as part of the current criminal case, sources have told the U.S. Sun. The order's potential long-term effects on the teen's care remain unknown. After a grand jury indictment in January, David's case was upgraded to a felony, and he is currently awaiting his first hearing in Superior Court. Jenelle's spouse is charged with strangling Jace during a late September altercation. The father of 3 was first charged in October with misdemeanor child abuse. Following his indictment, he was further charged with criminal assault by strangulation. The director of Columbus County's Department of Social Services, which is in charge of the CPS section, declined to confirm or deny that the case was dropped in a statement to the U.S. Sun. The director said, "Not at this time," in response to more questions about when they would be able to verify that Jace's file was closed. "Not without my lawyer on our corner." When contacted by the U.S. Sun, April opted not to provide a comment. Jenelle responded to CPS's dismissal on her TikTok after the news was reported by the U.S. Sun. The former adolescent Mom 2 star exclaimed, "So all allegations against me and my husband have been officially dropped," without addressing the felony prosecution her husband is still facing for allegedly beating the adolescent. "I had no intention of disclosing this information. Actually, I was just going to kind of make an ambiguous statement and keep it secret. But I have to be in charge of the story right now," she continued. On September 28, David is said to have violently abused Jenelle's oldest kid in front of a neighbor's house in North Carolina. Before Jace fled from his and Jenelle's custody a third time, the teen Mom 2 star is said to have attacked him. According to the indictment from the grand jury, David used his hands to squeeze Jace's throat. The jurors for the state upon their oath present that on or about the date of offense shown and in the county named above, the defendant named above unlawfully, willfully, and feloniously did assault Jace and inflict physical injury, bruises about his neck by strangulation, using his hands to squeeze his throat, said the paperwork. According to the first misdemeanor court filing against David, which was made public by the U.S. Sun, David willingly harmed his stepson by leaving marks on his arm and neck. As the child's parent, the defendant willfully and illegally caused physical harm to Jace V. Evans when he was younger than 16 years old. The physical injury inflicted caused marks on their right arm and left and right side of the neck, and was inflicted by other than accidental means, according to the court petition. Following the alleged event, Jace was placed under the custody of Child Protective Services. The claims of Jace's injuries were initially made public by the U.S. Sun. Early in October, There were rumors circulating that Jace was admitted to the hospital following his third escape from Jenelle's house. There, Jace reportedly reported that David had attacked him to a Columbus County Sheriff's Office, doctors, a therapist, and a Child Protective Services (CPS) employee. Authorities found marks on his arms and neck, according to a source who made the claim at the time. At the hospital, Jace told the authorities that the violent encounter happened the night he ran away and that witnesses saw the attack. The source had stated they had a Ring camera to capture the incident. The incident was all documented by CPS. After that, his grandma Barbara took up the teenager's care. But in the middle of November, authorities learned that Jace had fled from his grandmother's house and had been found 2 days later. Prior to being placed with April, he was admitted to the hospital following the previous incident. David's daughter Marisa, 16, was questioned by Child Protective Services after the alleged attack. The U.S. Sun first reported, "Marisa has spoken to CPS by now, and it was supposed to be with Jenelle and David's lawyer present," a source said. Jenelle has also spoken to CPS twice about her daughter Inslee, who she has with David, and her son Kaiser, whom she shares with her ex-partner Nathan Griffith.